listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. All right. I was wondering if it was possible to record an episode with two kittens in my lap. I probably could record that, but it wouldn't be anything you want to listen to. So the kittens are out. Harvey's in. They're playing with each other between the door. So if you hear any shaking of doors in the background, that's what's going on. I had a question come in today that I thought maybe we could have some fun with. So someone wrote asking a question about how was she manifesting the anger she was experiencing in her life, specifically focused on the behavior of her children. She went into detail about what they were doing. She said they're old enough to know better. They're still doing it. And it's making her very angry because of what she has to do as a result of it. And I don't blame her. I'd be angry too. And she wondered, how am I manifesting angry? Because it's not what she wants. And then her question was how to use law of attraction to change their behavior. Okay, I'm laughing because we've all done this. All right. And it's really easy. In her example, it's so easy to see in someone else, isn't it? It's so easy to see when someone else is doing this. I mean, it seems obvious. The way you manifested anger was you got angry based on what someone else was doing. And then it's just the cycle perpetuates itself. It's what you're focused on. It's what you're feeling. They do it more. You respond with more anger. That draws more of that behavior from them. It just goes on and on and on like that. It seems really obvious. Well, that's how it's manifesting. You got there and you didn't get off of it. It's like being on the merry-go-round. This ride isn't going to stop until you find a different vibration. So I was basically saying that we get what we vibrate. So feeling angry about what the kids are doing, that's going to perpetuate more anger. And I said, I know that's a tough cycle to break. And then I thought about my own cycle. I'm in one of those too. I'm in the cycle about how I'm getting angry with, okay, to use this as present tense isn't accurate. I have been angry, because I've been practicing this for a while now. I have been angry in the past about how much cleaning up I have to do after a couple of cats in particular who are creating messes that I wish I did not have to clean up with. I don't think I should have to clean up. They should know better than this. I have a lot of reasons why this should not be happening. And yet it is. So I'm cleaning it up and I got attitude about it. And the more attitude I've got about it, guess what happens? The more they are doing it. So I'm mad, more mad. And I'm coming up with actions and strategies and plans for things to be different. And as I'm responding to this person about how the behavior from her children is making her angry, and I think about how I said, yeah, it can be a tough cycle to break. And I think about the one I've been breaking, but I've been breaking this cycle because I know how that works. I know that whatever I'm feeling, I'm just going to get more of the same. I got to find a way to feel different before they are different. Before any cat stops everything I don't like. Do you like how I'm not even speaking to it? Before they can change anything out there, I've got to change in here. So I've been practicing how to feel better about this, like how to make some peace with it. I probably have old episodes on making peace with this sort of thing. And I'm still working on it. So here, and I'll make some progress. I'm not going to say I haven't before, but it's time to do it again. So here's what I've been doing. Instead of being so mad about how much cleaning I have to do after them and thinking about everything else I could be doing instead of this. I mean, it's every day. Instead of being resentful about it, I'm like, you know what? My house is even cleaner as a result of this. They aren't messing up my house. They are making my house even cleaner because I wouldn't be doing this much cleaning. I would not be doing this much cleaning if it weren't for them. So that little perspective shift, Kate, and I know you know how this works too. The thought that feels better to me is probably not the same thought that would feel better to you. This is highly, highly, highly personal stuff. But that's what we got to do. We got to find that thought that feels better. So here I am practicing feeling better about the kitties who are making the messes. And instead of my grumble about it routine, this again, da 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 da. Instead, I'm like, oh my gosh, my house is getting so clean. I bet I have the cleanest house. Like, you know what I want to do? I want to take my black light to other people's houses and just marvel. I want to marvel because I know mine is going to look better. Don't laugh. I asked my dad for a black light for Christmas. He gave me one. And so I know how clean my house is now. I've put it to the black light test. Here's what's hilarious. In the instructions or on the forum for the black light, someone said, under no circumstances, under no conditions whatsoever, should you ever turn this on in a hotel room. So yeah, my house is super clean. Oh my gosh, I'm genuine laughing. Can you hear it? It's genuine laughing. Oh, I broke the evil spell. And I'll probably have to break it again because I got a old, strong one calling me back. But if I stay aware, if I stay intentional about staying out of the resentment or angry or anything that feels like that vibration, and instead I could be appreciating and reveling. Oh, I kind of want to have a black light party. Everyone come look. You won't even believe it. There's nothing here. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's like. So, I was thinking that was a triumph on my part to have found a way to feel good about the thing. I got to feel good before it changes out there, because that routine of needing them to be different before we feel better, it's a losing proposition. No one wins there. I got to find a way to chill out first, or relax, or distract myself, find a better feeling thought, all sorts of things I could do around it. But I know the answer isn't take action with that vibration in place, because I will just get more of the same. I will just get more of the same. I was just going to say, I don't want to finish the thought because I don't like it very much. The thought of I could eliminate every cat from my house. Okay, I don't know that I really could, but even if I did, I bet somehow, some way there would have to be all of a sudden either Harvey would start making messes, or some strays would find their way into my house, or I would move to a house that has crazy cat mess all over it, because that's what vibrations do. They manifest. So if I took all the action in the world, you know how many episodes I have about how action does not trump vibration. Whatever I'm flowing energetically is going to rule. And I have proved that so many times. Remember how I said, I know how to not get divorced, just don't get married. Oh, that didn't work. There I was hiring a divorce attorney to unload a boyfriend for the love. Yeah, we know how that works. But here's the other thing. The other part of her question was, how can I use law of attraction to change others' behavior? So that won't help. Even if you could change their behavior, if you have, well, wait a minute, would that work? Okay, we can't. But even if we could, if I could change their behavior, this is actually how most people are parenting. This is how most teachers and bosses, sometimes it's even happening with spouses. We're conditioning them to jump through our hoops to do what we want so we will feel better. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work for anyone. Did you also just have a pause in having been someone who's jumped through someone else's hoops to discover this isn't actually the path to happiness? This isn't actually how it works? Yeah, we've probably all done enough of that to know that doesn't work. So it feels kind of silly to entertain the hypothetical situation where even if we could get them to do that, because if I could get them to do that, yes, maybe I would feel better. But if that didn't change how I felt, then my feeling is just going to manifest in some other way. What matters is that I change how I'm feeling. And that's got to be legit. I can't be just changing it in order so they will change. That, like having an agenda attached to it, that's kinky energy. That's not alignment. So, I'm just thinking more about me with the cats. So, yeah, our goal with law of attraction is not how to get others to change in order to feel better. The goal is, how can we feel better? When we can find a way to feel better, then we're home free. So maybe that is to start cleaning without resentment. Maybe that's to, I don't know. It's a better feeling thought. It's going to be different for each of us, but it's worth finding. And maybe some others will have some suggestions on something that might work for you. But my experience in coaching is I could toss out like, I don't know, 6 or 7 better feeling thoughts, and a client will be like, no. And then they come up with their own. So it's a really good skill to get at your own self, finding the thought that feels better rather than hoping someone else can deliver it to you. That's something you want to be skilled at. Finding a way to feel better. Sometimes you'll find it through action. Sometimes it's simply through engaging a new thought. But that's where our power lies, not in using our conscious creation powers to get them to change. Having said that, I will say that when you have been holding an expectation for a long time for someone to be a certain way, you are a co-creator of that experience now. You are eliciting that from them. So one thing you can do is stop knowing this is how they are. Because when you know that's how they are so strongly, you're not making it easy for them to be any different. In that sense, you are using your manifesting influence in a negative way. If you could practice knowing something different about them, you would get a different behavior. But really, let's focus on our own selves. That's really where our best power lies. And that's what we're doing, though, isn't it? When I focus on my thoughts, my expectations, how I know this person to be or this cat to be, as I know that, I am, and I change that knowing I am doing my own internal work. But I'm not depending on them to change in order for me to feel better. I'm just going to find a way to feel better, however I can do that. That's the game of being a conscious creator, finding a way to feel better in thought or action. All sorts of fun ways to be playing with it. At least I hope you're having fun with it. All right, I'm going to wrap this one up now. Thank you for listening, and happy manifesting, everyone.